Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Lalema Aneja Dang, and with me is Ramya with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches power sector's revamped distribution sector scheme, dedicates and lays foundation stone of green energy projects of over 5,200 crore rupees. Mr. Modi says energy and power sector has a huge role to play in accelerating India's progress in the next 25 years. Prime Minister to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow. Home Minister Amit Shah calls upon all concerned agencies and states to come together to end the menace of drug trafficking and drug addiction. Delhi government rolls back the new excise policy. BJP President JP Nadda says party is committed to provide benefits of social and economic welfare schemes to each and every section of society. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar presents Agriculture Infrastructure Fund Awards. Direct flight between Delhi and Devghar flagged off today. India calls for addressing global energy and food crisis caused by COVID pandemic and Ukraine conflict urgently. And in the Commonwealth Games, India's Sanket Sargar wins silver and Guru Raj Pujari bronze in weightlifting. President, Vice President and Prime Minister congratulate. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today launched Power Ministry's flagship revamped distribution sector scheme. The scheme aims at improving the operational efficiencies and financial sustainability of the distribution companies, that is DISCOMs, and power departments. It is being implemented with an outlay of over 3 lakh crore rupees over a 5-year period from 2021-22 to 2025-26. The scheme was unveiled by the Prime Minister during a program marking the culmination of Ujjwal Bharat Ujjwal Bhavishya Power at 2047 through video conferencing. The 6-day program, which concluded today, was a part of the ongoing Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. It was organized to showcase the transformation achieved in the power sector in the last 8 years. The Prime Minister also dedicated and laid the foundation stone of various green energy projects of National Thermal Power Corporation NTPC worth over 5,200 crore rupees. These include floating solar projects in Ramagundam, Telangana and Kayamkulam in Kerala, Nok solar project in Rajasthan, green hydrogen mobility project in Leh, and Kawas green hydrogen blending with natural gas project in Gujarat. Mr. Modi also launched the National Solar Rooftop Portal, which will enable online tracking of the process of installation of rooftop solar plants. During the program, the Prime Minister also interacted with the beneficiaries of various schemes, including the Pradhan Mantri Sahaj Bijli Har Ghar Yojana Saubhagya, run by the Ministry of Power. He said the energy and power sector has a huge role to play in accelerating India's progress in the next 25 years. Mr. Modi said projects worth thousands of crores of rupees are a significant step not only in the direction of energy security but also of green energy.
आज का भारत न सिर्फ एनर्जी सरप्लस स्टेट है बल्कि हम बिजली निर्यात भी कर रहे हैं। पिछले 8 साल में देश ने बिजली के क्षेत्र में बहुत बदलाव देखे हैं। हम अपनी हर योजना को पूरी शक्ति और गति से लागू कर रहे हैं। इससे 2047 का भारत ऊर्जा के क्षेत्र में सशक्त और संपन्न और सामर्थ्यवान बने उस दिशा में कदम उठाते हैं और इस शुरुआत में जनभागीदारी हमारी सबसे बड़ी ताकत है।
The Prime Minister said strengthening energy sector is important for ease of doing business and ease of living.
आजादी के इस अमृत काल में भारत ने अगले 25 वर्षों के विजन पर काम करना शुरू कर दिया है। अगले 25 वर्षों में भारत की प्रगति को गति देने में एनर्जी सेक्टर, पावर सेक्टर की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। एनर्जी सेक्टर की मजबूती ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस के लिए भी जरूरी है और ईज ऑफ लिविंग के लिए भी उतनी ही अहम है।
The Prime Minister informed that in the last 8 years, about 1,70,000 megawatts of electricity generation capacity has been added. He said one nation, one power grid has become the strength of the country today.
ज्यादा से ज्यादा बिजली पैदा करने के लिए, पूरे देश में बिजली के प्रभावी वितरण के लिए, ट्रांसमिशन से जुड़े पुराने नेटवर्क के आधुनिकीकरण के लिए, देश के करोड़ों घरों तक बिजली कनेक्शन पहुंचाने के लिए हमने पूरी शक्ति लगा दी। इन्हीं सब प्रयासों का नतीजा ये है कि आज सिर्फ देश के हर घर तक बिजली नहीं पहुंच रही, बल्कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा घंटे बिजली मिलने भी लगी। पिछले 8 वर्षों में देश में लगभग 1,70,000 मेगावाट बिजली उत्पादन की क्षमता जोड़ी गई। वन नेशन वन पावर ग्रिड आज देश की ताकत बन चुका है। पूरे देश को जोड़ने के लिए लगभग 1,70,000 सर्किट किलोमीटर ट्रांसमिशन लाइन्स बिछाई गई हैं।
Prime Minister Modi will share his thoughts with the people of the country and abroad through Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio at 11 a.m. tomorrow. It will be the 91st episode of the monthly radio program. The program will be broadcast on the entire network of All India Radio and Doordarshan, AIR News website and News on AIR mobile app. It will also be live streamed on the YouTube channels of the AIR News, DD News, PMO and Information and Broadcasting Ministry. AIR will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. The regional language versions will also be repeated at 8 p.m. The Prime Minister has invited all citizens to tune in tomorrow's edition of Mann Ki Baat program. In a tweet, he has also shared the June edition of Mann Ki Baat booklet that covers topics such as India's stride in space, glory in the sports field and Rath Yatra.
Earlier today, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that ease of justice is as important as ease of doing business and ease of living. Mr. Modi said National Legal Service Authority and District Legal Services Authorities can play a great role in the speedy justice delivery system. The Prime Minister said this while inaugurating the first All India District Legal Services Authorities meet in New Delhi today.
देश ने नेशनल लीगल सर्विसेज अथॉरिटी इसकी स्थापना भी की ताकि कमजोर से कमजोर व्यक्ति को भी न्याय का अधिकार मिल सके। विशेष रूप से हमारी डिस्ट्रिक्ट लीगल सर्विस अथॉरिटीज हमारे लीगल एड सिस्टम के बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स की तरह है। किसी भी समाज के लिए जुडिशियल सिस्टम का एक्सेस जितना जरूरी है उतना ही जरूरी जस्टिस डिलीवरी भी है। इसमें एक अहम योगदान जुडिशियल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का भी होता है।
Speaking during the event, Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramanna said strengthening the district judiciary is the need of the hour. He said it is a driving force behind the legal aid movement in the country.
Our true strength at this juncture lies with our youth. With an average age of 29 years, 1/5 of the world's youth live in India. This huge human resources is properly trained will drive our economic progress. With skilled workers estimated to be only 3% of our total workforce, we need to harness the full potential of youthful demographic profile of our country. With the Western world increasingly failing short of skilled human resources, it is India's turn to fill up the gap globally.
In his address, Law Minister Kiren Rijiju said that National Legal Services Authority has launched a campaign, Release Under Trial Review Committee at 75 from the 16th of this month for identifying eligible prisoners and recommending release of fit cases to the Under Trial Review Committee.
The Department of Justice and National Legal Service Authority have decided to work together to provide integrated delivery of legal services in key areas of common interest. That is strengthening pre-litigation advice and consultation through tele-law, expanding the base of pro bono lawyers under the Nyay Bandhu program, empower the citizens with legal literacy and awareness in 112 aspirational districts of our country.
Home Minister Amit Shah today called upon all concerned agencies and states to come together to end the menace of drug trafficking and drug addiction. He was addressing the National Conference on Drug Trafficking and National Security in Chandigarh after launching dog squads to control the drug trafficking and portals for NCOD and Nidan. Stressing on coordination between various enforcement agencies and states, the minister said his ministry is working in coordination with other ministries and all the other concerned to help the society get rid of drug addiction. Mr. Shah said it is necessary to strengthen anti-narcotics agencies in the country.
सभी नारकोटिक्स के खिलाफ लड़ने वाली एजेंसियां, चाहे स्टेट की हो, सेंटर की हो या किसी और डिपार्टमेंट, उसका सशक्तिकरण करना बहुत जरूरी है। दुनिया भर की बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस, अच्छे से अच्छे इंस्ट्रूमेंट और अच्छे से अच्छी इनके लिए सुविधाएं उपलब्ध कराना और विस्तृत जागरूकता अभियान और नशा मुक्ति, 3 मोर्चों पर हमने लड़ाई को डिवाइड की है और ये तीनों मोर्चों पर हम तेज गति से काम कर रहे हैं।
Narco Coordination Center or NCORD's portal will help not only in coordination but in knowledge management also. The Nidan portal contains information about narco prisoners. The Home Minister also witnessed disposal of more than 30,000 kilograms of drugs at 4 places in the country. Later, the Home Minister inaugurated and laid foundation stones of various development projects at Mauli Jagran in Chandigarh.
Delhi government today announced to roll back the new excise policy. Briefing reporters in New Delhi, Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia said from 1st August, liquor will be sold only in government-run liquor shops. Mr. Sisodia said he has asked Delhi Chief Secretary to ensure that there should be no corruption in government shops and no illegal alcohol is sold in the city. Earlier, the Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena had recommended an investigation by the Central Bureau of Investigation into Delhi Excise Policy 2021-22. You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches power sector's revamped distribution sector scheme, dedicates and lays foundation stone of green energy projects of over 5,200 crore rupees. Mr. Modi says energy and power sector has a huge role to play in accelerating India's progress in the next 25 years. Prime Minister to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow. Home Minister Amit Shah calls upon all concerned agencies and states to come together to end the menace of drug trafficking and drug addiction. Delhi government rolls back the new excise policy. BJP President JP Nadda says party is committed to provide benefits of social and economic welfare schemes to each and every section of the society. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar presents Agriculture Infrastructure Fund Awards. Direct flight between Delhi and Devghar flagged off today. India calls for addressing global energy and food crisis caused by COVID pandemic and Ukraine conflict urgently. And in Commonwealth Games, India's Sanket Sargar wins silver and Guru Raja Pujari bronze in weightlifting. President, Vice President and Prime Minister congratulate. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
क्या आप वरिष्ठ नागरिक हैं? क्या आपके मन में सेहत, आर्थिक, सामाजिक या भावनात्मक मुद्दों से जुड़ा कोई सवाल है? आकाशवाणी आपके लिए लेकर आया है कार्यक्रम एक कदम और बुजुर्गों के लिए, हर रविवार रात 9:30 बजे FM गोल्ड पर। आप अपने सवाल हमें व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर भेज सकते हैं या इस पते पर ईमेल कर सकते हैं एक कदम और airnews@gmail.com।
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर
8700014242।
Welcome back. BJP President JP Nadda today said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has changed the culture of Indian politics and the working style of the government. Addressing Gram Sansad in Patna today, Mr. Nadda said that the party is committed to provide benefits of all social and economic welfare schemes to each and every section of society, particularly to those who have been left behind in the race of development. He said in each and every scheme of the Narendra Modi government, the focal points are villages, poor, Dalits, deprived people, backward classes, youth and women. The BJP president said the government's commitment and pledge is unwavering and firm on Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas.
भारत के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने समाज के वंचित, पीड़ित, शोषित, दलित, किसान, युवा, महिलाएं जो छूट गई उनको मुख्य धारा में लाने का काम किया और उन्होंने अंत्योदय को सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास और सबके प्रयास में उसको रास्ता दिखाने का काम किया.
Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Narendra Singh Tomar today presented Agriculture Infrastructure Fund Awards in New Delhi. Speaking on the occasion, the Agriculture Minister said India is one of the leading countries in the world in terms of agricultural produce. He said agriculture sector made a significant contribution to the economy at a time when other sectors were badly affected by COVID pandemic. He said the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, AIF, launched by the government under the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign, is scaling new milestones. Mr. Tomar said in the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign, more than 1,50,000 crore rupees are being invested in agriculture and allied sectors. The fund was launched 2 years ago as a dedicated central government scheme.
Civil Aviation Minister today flagged off direct flight between Delhi and Devghar. Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia and Minister of State for Civil Aviation General Dr. V.K. Singh virtually inaugurated the direct flight by Indigo. The airline will be deploying an A320neo, which is a 180-seater twin turbofan engine passenger aircraft. The total number of daily departures from Devghar will be 11. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Scindia said Baba Baidinath Dham in Devghar is an international religious heritage. He expressed pleasure that his ministry has helped millions of pilgrims to visit Devghar. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has called for urgently addressing the energy and food crisis that the world is facing caused by disruptions from the COVID pandemic and Ukraine conflict. Dr. Jaishankar was speaking at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Foreign Ministers meeting at Tashkent in Uzbekistan yesterday. The minister said the response required to address these challenges includes resilient and diversified supply chains as well as reformed multilateralism. He stressed that zero tolerance for terrorism in all its manifestations is a must. Dr. Jaishankar reiterated India's position on Afghanistan and highlighted the humanitarian support given by India.
As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The next question of Amrit Mahotsav quiz will be shared with the listeners on Monday. Celebrate 75 years of India's independence by participating in Amrit Mahotsav quiz with AIR News. And now, let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News, Birth of a Nation.
India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember Gandhian freedom fighter Gangadhar Rao Balkrishna Deshpande, who died on the 30th of July 1960. He played a prominent role in arousing feelings of patriotism amongst the people of Karnataka and Maharashtra.
Gangadhar Rao was born on the 31st of March 1871 in Belgaon, Karnataka. He was initially more inclined towards social reforms, but got inspired towards the freedom movement when he met Lokmanya Tilak. Referred to as the Lion of Karnataka, Gangadhar Rao led the youth of Karnataka in the struggle for Swaraj.
After the death of Tilak, Deshpande looked upon Gandhiji as a natural successor of Tilak's vision and philosophy. When Gandhiji started the Salt Satyagraha movement, Deshpande too defied the law by selling contraband salt and was arrested.
He was called the Khadi Bhagiratha of Karnataka as he went from village to village creating awareness about the Khadi movement.
Due to the leadership of Gangadhar Rao, the residents of Belgaum participated enthusiastically in the Quit India movement in 1942. The effective organization and implementation of the Quit India movement in Belgaum and its surrounding districts soon came to be known as the Karnataka pattern, and this became popular in the entire country.
Gangadhar Rao Deshpande passed away on the 30th of July, 1960. AIR News salutes the great nationalist.
We also remember social reformer Muthulakshmi Reddy, who was born on the 30th of July 1886 in the erstwhile princely state of Pudukkottai, now in Tamil Nadu. A multifaceted personality, Muthulakshmi Reddy had several firsts to her credit. She was one of the first woman doctors of the country, the first woman member of the Madras Legislative Council, the first woman to be elected as its deputy chairperson, the first president of the Women's India Association, and the first woman to be elected as alderman of the Madras Corporation. At the top of these achievements, she is known for her political activism in respect of social issues, including campaigning against child marriage and the Devadasi system.
Muthulakshmi's father, S. Narayanaswamy Iyer, the principal of Maharaja's College, was ostracized from his family because of his marriage to Muthulakshmi's mother, Chandrammal, a Devadasi. She developed a close relationship with the maternal side of her family, and this closeness made her very perceptive of the Devadasi community and their issues. Narayanaswamy Iyer broke the tradition and sent Muthulakshmi
When Muthulakshmi passed the matriculation exam, she applied for admission to Maharaja's College, but her application was not welcomed as the authorities felt she might demoralize the male students. However, the Maharaja of Pudukkottai ignored these objections and gave her a scholarship.
During her college years, Muthulakshmi met Sarojini Naidu and began to attend women's meetings. The two great personalities who influenced her life were Mahatma Gandhi and Annie Besant.
In 1930, Muthulakshmi Reddy introduced in the Madras Legislative Council a bill which later became the Devadasi Abolition Act. The bill had to wait for over 15 years to become an act.
Muthulakshmi Reddy continued to work for the empowerment of women till her death on the 22nd of July, 1968. AIR News salutes the great daughter of India.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
अब हर घर की छत पर शान से फहरेगा तिरंगा, गुनगुनाए जाएंगे नव विकास के गीत, आन बान शान का प्रतीक राष्ट्रध्वज तिरंगा। आइए आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव के पावन अवसर पर इस स्वाधीनता दिवस हर घर फहराते हैं तिरंगा और लेते हैं भव्य और सशक्त भारत के निर्माण का संकल्प।
आइए हर घर फहराएं तिरंगा।
Well, Well, the News Services Division of All India Radio will bring an exclusive interview with Anil Kumar Jain, Secretary in the Ministry of Coal, in the program Spotlight tonight. The Coal Secretary highlighted the crisis faced by the energy sector owing to the COVID situation, its deft handling and the key learnings to overcome any such future challenges.
We have pressed into action the private sector and the non-CIL coal sector who were given mines. We have been allotting coal mines. So for the last 2 years, we have been working very hard with the states, with these allottees. We are trying to remove all regulatory hurdles. Their production this year, against what was 89 million tons last year, is going to be about 140 million tons this year.
The full interview can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:15 p.m. onwards.
In the Commonwealth Games at Birmingham, India opened its account securing 2 medals in weightlifting on day 2 of the competition, while Sanket Sargar clinched a silver medal in the men's 55 kg category. Guru Raja Pujari gave India its second medal, winning bronze in the 61 kg finals. Sargar looked on course to win the gold, but 2 failed clean and jerk attempts spoiled his chances. He ended up lifting a total of 248 kilograms to finish second.
मैं खुश तो हूँ पर बहुत सारा नाराज भी हूँ कि मुझे गोल्ड मेडल लेना था और गोल्ड मेडल की मैंने तैयारी भी की थी। 39 में क्लीन के बाद जब पुश कर रहा था अचानक एल्बो पे लोड आ गया मेरा और एल्बो पे लोड आते ही आवाज आ गया इधर से। डॉक्टर ने बोला अभी गैप बढ़ गया, अभी देखेंगे, अभी देश के लिए जा रहा है। मैं खुशी हूँ कि देश का पहला सिल्वर मेडल है।
2 more medals are expected today as star weightlifter Mirabai Chanu and boxer Lovlina Borgohain will be in action later tonight. In other competitions, Indian women hockey team will face Wales in a Group B encounter. The team had opened their game with an emphatic 5-0 win over Ghana yesterday. In badminton, India beat Sri Lanka 5-0 in Group A's second mixed team event. President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have congratulated Sanket Sargar and P. Guru Raja for winning the medals for India. President Draupadi Murmu in her message said Sanket Sargar's immense hard work has brought success for him and glory to India. On Guru Raja's achievement, she said he has made India proud once again at Commonwealth Games. She wished him for many more such inspiring feats. Mr. Naidu said Sargar has given India a fantastic start in the Commonwealth Games. He said the entire nation is proud of his achievement. The Prime Minister said in a tweet, bagging the prestigious silver medal is a great start for India at the Commonwealth Games. He also congratulated Sanket for all his future endeavours. For Guru Raja's win, he said he is overjoyed by his accomplishment. Mr. Modi said Guru Raja demonstrated great resilience and determination. He wished him many more milestones in his sporting journey. Sports Minister Anurag Thakur has also congratulated Sargar and Guru Raja. He said, though Sargar missed the gold by a whisker, but India is really proud of him. For Guru Raja, he said, the way he bounced back at the clean and jerk round is laudable. He congratulated P. Guru Raja for the second consecutive CWG medal and wished more to come.
Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has said that the country has moved towards an accessible, affordable and patient-friendly healthcare system. He was addressing the Foundation Day and Convocation Day of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee Institute of Medical Sciences and Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital in New Delhi. He said the government has created India's health vision of Amrit Kal for the next 25 years. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches power sector's revamped distribution sector scheme, dedicates and lays foundation stone of green energy projects of over 5,200 crore rupees. Mr. Modi says energy and power sector has a huge role to play in accelerating India's progress in the next 25 years. Prime Minister to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow. Home Minister Amit Shah calls upon all concerned agencies and states to come together to end the menace of drug trafficking and drug addiction. Delhi government rolls back the new excise policy. BJP President JP Nadda says party is committed to provide benefits of social and economic welfare schemes to each and every section of society. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar presents Agriculture Infrastructure Fund Awards. Direct flight between Delhi and Devghar flagged off today. India calls for addressing global energy and food crisis caused by COVID pandemic and Ukraine conflict urgently. And in the Commonwealth Games, India's Sanket Sargar wins silver and Guru Raja Pujari bronze in weightlifting. President, Vice President and Prime Minister congratulate. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.